It's Puff. Were you surprised, and what was your initial thoughts when you first seen the lawsuit filed?
When the lawsuit was filed, my initial thoughts on that whole thing is that it was based on because she has some celebrity status. You know, I've gotten calls from 2 different women who told me that they were trying to press charges against Puff and wanted to come on my platform and tell the people what he done to them. And they said they couldn't get lawyers to take it. Now you got lawyers willing to take anything anybody has to say. Our justice system is messed up, brother, because if you ask those ladies who are coming out now, they probably tried to get a lawyer to take it long time ago, but they wouldn't because of the powers that be. Now that Puff is losing that power, lawyers are willing to go to court and try to get money from him, from their clients and what people are saying he did to them.
Hey everyone, the sexual abuse and sex trafficking case against Diddy is getting more disturbing each day. One thing's clear though, the whole industry seems to be involved in this.
Happy birthday to me.
Attraction, bet in the corner, bet I make glide. Try to bring the John, told me he ain't know how we cha-cha slide with the vibe.
There's a crew trying to get the media to focus on Diddy's sex cases, but there are also people who are complicit, including those at Bad Boy Records. 2 names keep coming up: Jay-Z, Diddy's best friend, and R.Kelly, the guy who got locked up for sex crimes. Let's start with Jay-Z, who's been by Diddy's side from the beginning. He's been at every big event and party, and their relationship seems like a ride-or-die one. Some even say they might be secret lovers.
How you doing? Feeling good?
Oh, you put that thing on the
So you see how we do it here on the Saturday. This is what it's about to be. Come here, look at my mantras real quick. Read that one finger.
So, Jay-Z's PR team has told him to plead the Fifth, but that's not really helping his case. Now, fans are convinced he's hiding something dark. Also, Lil Rod named several celebrities in his court filing against Diddy, but many names were redacted. For example, Usher's name was redacted and instead referred to as the performer at the Super Bowl. Right? Even if Jay-Z's name isn't in the documents, everyone's sure he knew about Diddy's actions, and many believe he was involved too. His strategy of staying quiet and hoping the storm passes won't work this time. In case you didn't know, Diddy recorded everything that happened at his infamous freak-offs.
That have done things and people can't get lawyers to go to bat for them.
Yeah, there's been a long list of other celebrities since this happened that it came out, and a lot of other celebrities started to get sued. What do you think about that list? And, is there anything there that you've heard about?
Well, I've heard about a couple of things, but you got to realize is that it's what they can prove. With this Weinstein thing, Weinstein, just take Jimmy Iovine for example. Jimmy Iovine got a lawsuit, but you don't see it on the news. Why? Why you don't see it on the news? People have been coming out saying things that he did to them, but because his publicists and the people at that be is not allowing that to go down on him. Puff did some things to some powerful people that they're calling in their friends and everything, and everybody's taking their hands off of him. So now he's no longer the altar boy, and he's not in their club anymore. Did you hear him on Jimmy Kimmel? He said, yo, I thought we was friends. Jimmy Kimmel knew he wasn't supposed to ask Puff anything about me, but he's not part of the boys club anymore.
What is it about this marriage that's so special that you would fight this hard to save it?
Well, it's my soulmate. It's the person I love, you know. And you can be in love with someone. You can love someone and and if you haven't experienced love and you don't understand it and you don't have the tools to move forward, then you're gonna have complications, period. And if you can either address it or you can pretend until it blows up at some point. And, you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, you know, to break that cycle. For black men and women, you know, just to see a different outcome. Like you were saying, it's not this celebrity couple. We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
That's beautiful.
Like real people.
Yeah. What advice would you have for men who have caused pain in marriages? I mean, it's easy. I mean, somebody like you.
The best apology is change behavior, right? You know, you have to acknowledge. You have to acknowledge the pain. You have to let that person have their say. To get on the floor, get on the mattress, and you have to really work through it and really be honest. It's difficult to say. It's difficult to, you know, to listen to that sort of pain. But on the other side, it's beautiful. You know.
It seems like you're sharing back the simplified version. Is there anything specific you'd like me to adjust or improve, or are you happy with it as is? Let me know how you'd like to proceed.
I look forward to this. We saying since we ain't with verses no more because they around with our boys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be going together against each other. Let's come together and do that bad boy so deaf in Atlanta at that time, baby. It ain't no verses. It's just hit for hit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. About time. Hey yo, so Pup, I know because you're gonna keep having this conversation. I thank you all. I just want to say this, and I know people probably gonna be, you know, a little rubbed the wrong way, but if you make R&B right now, you out there and you love R&B based on what Sumba just said, based on what Troy was saying, what Tori was saying, and based on what Pup is saying, as far as like ganging up and just putting all your music out there, because it's a hole in R&B. We talk about, he's saying it's also a big hole, and the hole is 25% of that is locked up right now by the name of R. Kelly. And I know this don't have nothing to do with his case. I'm just telling y'all musically, even when B Cots have a party, you as you're a DJ, you can play all the R&B records you want, but then you start getting to a space where you like, God, I can't play this. People, you know what I mean? It feel a little uneasy, right? So all I'm saying is that space is there, and it's time for us to fill that space.
All I want to say.
Moving on to r.kelly. The disgraced rapper says he'll keep Diddy company in prison. He claims the allegations against Diddy are false, just like his own, and that it's all part of a big plan to get celebrities locked up and take their assets. Well, if you don't go around peeing on people and recording it, maybe you wouldn't end up in prison, you perv.
To the defense, there were a lot of people came to the defense of R. Kelly, and only to find themselves on the wrong side of that story, the wrong side of history. See, we've had this evolution in this country around sexual assault. 15 years ago, if, you know, representing women, and I've represented a lot of women in sexual harassment, sexual assault claims, the women were shamed. They were often humiliated. They would often lose their jobs, their reputation, their positions, and the man was always believed. Now, not always, but more often than not, the man would be, somehow come out the hero. And Me Too, we've had a whole paradigm shift. I mean, it's a shift in the way these cases are treated, the way women are treated, and no longer is it the case that powerful men are given the benefit of the doubt. We are now willing and ready to hold them accountable.
What specifically shifted the paradigm? Is there any incident that stands out in your mind that changed the course of history to the standpoint that what we're living in right now, where things have changed so drastically and favorably, I might add, because this needed to happen?
Oh, the pendulum needed to swing, right? It was horrible, absolutely positively horrible. What would happen to women? I think social media had a lot to do with it. Women being willing to come forward and tell their story. You know, there's something powerful and there's strength in numbers. So you get one woman telling her story, you know, it's easy to dismiss one person. You get a multiple number of people, you can even dismiss them. But look at Bill Cosby, a case like that. There were tens of dozens of women that came forward and had a story about Bill Cosby drugging them, sexually assaulting them. It's hard to dismiss that many people. That's kind of what's happening now to P. Diddy. Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, we thought that was it. Mm-hmm. And in many ways, it just opened the floodgates for others.
It did, because she filed the lawsuit. The next day it was settled, but it didn't stop other allegations from coming down the pipe within a matter of days.
And people get emboldened. Now, some people say, and one of Sean's lawyers is a good friend of mine, some folks say it just creates a money grab. Folks who are out there just trying to grab money and, take advantage of this opportunity. I don't discount that. There are false allegations that are made, no doubt about it, but overwhelmingly, women who come forward and make these kinds of allegations, they know what they're going to face. They know the challenges going against someone as powerful as P. Diddy or Jeffrey Epstein. So this is no cakewalk. This is not easy. This is not for the faint of heart. So if you are courageous enough to tell this story, my belief is you're probably...
Speaking from prison, R.Kelly said he wasn't surprised when the allegations against Diddy started piling up. He claims that the fact they all came up within days proves they're false. Or maybe people were inspired by someone's bravery and decided enough was enough, and it was time for this tyrant to be exposed.
I listen to some R. Kelly, like...
You have to! There's no way you can't! That's what I'm saying. There's no way you can't.
I listened to it and I was like, I gotta separate it, because I was just like, man.
The boy, man.
I was like, man. I was like, that's a big part of R&B. You know what I'm saying? And that baby making music. And yeah, everybody's gonna be like, anything's controversial, but y'all fronting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't listen to some R. Kelly or something. You know what I'm saying? but that my people behind me are like, no.
That's what I'm saying. I know. I get it. Listen,
don't even. I understand. You can't even listen to it.
I understand.
I know how to separate the two. I don't condone anything, but hey, I'm still. Yeah, you may come in my crib and hear R. Kelly record. Hey, I said it, y'all. I said it. I'm sorry, but I gotta tell you the truth, though. You know what I'm saying? And I don't condone nothing else. It's still like, no, what are you doing? Nah, so
listen, every time we have a conversation, it's like that. But I thank you for letting us come on here and say what we gotta say. But it's a real R&B is about musicality and you saying emotions. I saw you saying that yesterday about what it really pull out, right? And I just want to say this before we get off. We have the most emotional record, R&B record out right now with Division, and it's making girls pull their hair out. It's making guys scared to even sing the song.
But then you can't help it because you be in the club because the choir part, you singing along with it.
Yeah, and I just want to say that the song does not actually promote cheating. It's just a conversation, right? And if you sitting there having a conversation with your girl, and if she's your girl, your real girl, or just your partner, you should be able to have a conversation with her where you say, if this was to happen, how would you feel about it, right? And it's just really just a conversation, but women are taking it how they want to take it. But at the same time, that's what R&B is supposed to do. It's supposed to provoke you to do something and feel. It's evoking an energy, and that's what I keep hearing you talk about and seeing you post. Yeah. That's all we doing. It's not even about being toxic. I don't think it's about that. I think it's about just being, just evoking emotion so that you can understand the separation between all musics, right? That's what R&B has always done. If you think I'm lonely now,
wait until tonight.
It's still like...
Well, are they? That's the thing we just don't know. What we do know is that Diddy is now being investigated for a bunch of crimes, and sex trafficking is one of them. If you ask R.Kelly, he thinks the allegations are based on nothing but lies. Ironically, He's the only celebrity standing up for Diddy, while everyone else is staying quiet. But I guess when you're in prison, you have nothing to lose, right?